Hello loves, welcome to Fifth Dimension. So for today's reading, it's a bit of a collective message slash personal message with the piles. The collective overall message is about this energy of discomfort that you may be experiencing, some changes that you are decidedly making in your life. The big message being that this discomfort or this period of trial and error, if you will, is actually the threshold. It is the doorway that is that you're stepping into, essentially, to create, not only to create, but to experience a different way of being, okay? So with that being said, I've already pulled 3 cards, and you're going to choose whichever you resonate with most. So for pile number 1, the message is, I create mindful moments throughout the day, reminding myself that I am love and miracles are natural. Pile number 2. In every moment, the universe is conspiring to bring me toward right-minded thinking and the energy of love. Sorry, I'm trying to look at the screen and look at the card at the same time, so I apologize for that. And pile number 3 will be, the moment I embrace my peace within and surrender, the outcome is the moment that the universe, sorry, I read that wrong. The moment I embrace my peace within and surrender the outcome is the moment that the universe can truly get to work. All right, loves. So I will see you at your piles. Hi, pile 1. Thank you for joining me for your reading. So if you chose this card, then you're at the right place. And I'm going to go ahead and pull from 3 different oracle decks, just so we can identify the discomfort and sort of get a little bit more resonance. All right. So what is this discomfort for pile number 1? Changes that you may be experiencing. Okay. So pile number 1, your cards are Door to Spirit. Now, isn't that lovely? Because that's exactly the energy for the entire reading that I was getting for everyone, is that this is a door. Although it feels like discomfort, it feels like some sort of in-between, you're actually stepping in already, okay? Then we have, oh, another door. Door to Romance. You know what? I was going to say, picking up in the energy, because it specifically mentions I am love. The need to remind yourself, I am love and miracles are natural. Some of you may be calling in love into your life. And I was going to say romantic love, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. It could be loving, just loving connections, okay? Deep loving connections where you feel safe, where you feel heard, where you feel understood. In the energy of love, right? So yeah, some of you are absolutely in the process of stepping into that. So a lot of focus on 2 doors literally coming out in your reading, pile number 1. The energy is gaining momentum. Then we have meditate and contemplate. Then we have the card of soulmate and temptation. Okay, pile number 1. I'm definitely going to put an extra stamp on that. For some of you, this is absolutely some type of romantic soulmate, deep loving connection that you are trying to experience for yourself. Or if for some of you, you've already met this person, and you're trying to move it along into the other stages, I can definitely give you confirmation that there is progress, there is movement, although there may be moments of stopping and not being able to actually see so clearly that there's movement, that there's growth, that there is a path being laid out clear to move forward in this specific situation. It's absolutely there and it's absolutely happening. So, I'm not really getting, just from these cards specifically, such discomfort. It feels kind of more like anticipation. However, I could be wrong, right? Let's go ahead and get some tarot cards. Get 3 cards for pile number 1 to further clarify. Oh, okay. Things are going good for you, pile number 1, actually. I feel like, okay, well, you got 4 cards, even though I asked for 3. But the first one to show itself is the 9 of Cups, that fulfillment, that happiness. So that explains that feeling of like joy and anticipation, because I feel like things are going well. You are feeling positive about yourself, first of all, and where you stand in life, what it is that you want, and the movement that you're making towards that, okay? We also have the 4 of Wands, which is also another beautiful, victorious card. We have the Hermit. And we have the King of Cups. Okay, I feel like this has been a long time coming. That's why there's so much anticipation towards this, because there's been a long period of wait. There was a long period of like reconfiguring, where you kind of just pulled back energy and were perhaps alone for a solid period of time. But in the process of being alone, doing all the work and energetically calling in connection. And I feel like it's just so vibrant. The energy coming out here, actually, like the intention I set for this reading was like feelings of discomfort. So the second part of the reading, I'm supposed to take a look at where you're headed, like where this discomfort is leading you. However, the first part for your reading didn't actually show much discomfort. It really just shows that you've prepared and that you're ready for what's next, okay? So maybe you've already been a bit further on in the discomfort spaces, okay? Maybe that was a bit further back for you. Pile number 1. So, what is it that you have to look forward to from stepping into this discomfort and making the changes that you have made? Pile number 1. What is it that you can expect for yourself? The Holy Mountain has showed itself. What it's giving me right now is feeling like a strong, whole sense of self, which feels like the energy of the Hermit. I feel like the discomfort may have actually been the period of being alone versus where you're headed now. So actually that may be the reason why there's not so much discomfort energies coming out, because I feel like the discomfort for you was probably in previous points of being alone, okay? So I just feel excitement. Okay, so we had the Holy Mountain. We have Into Me, I See. I apologize for the lighting. I do have the table turned slightly different, so the lamp is this way now. We have the Giveaway, card number 23. We have the Sacred Reverence. I love this for you. Magic Guardian, unlock the magic within. And then we have Lord, take charge with authority. None of this feels bad at all, pile number 1. Obviously, I always set intentions for my readings to be able to like offer some sort of like comfort, but I guess for yours, I don't need to offer you comfort. I'm just offering you confirmation is what I'm here to offer you, pile number 1. Confirmation that all the work that you've done on yourself, because that keeps on poking out several times, has put you in a place where you have truly, authentically discovered your needs without the outside world and society and family and friends projecting towards you what it is that they think you should want for yourself. I feel like the time apart really gave you a strong sense of who you are, so much that you were like a mountain that cannot be moved in that. So from this point forward, I feel strong connection. I feel safety. I feel happiness, connection, in the connection, right? But then I also feel like safety in being able to like give of yourself freely, because previous I feel like the energy may have been more like I was holding on to, and this could just be your own energy, right? And now this feels like, okay, safety in being able to share and being able to give of yourself. And there's a lot of passion here, there's a lot of fire, there's a lot of water here indicated as well. So deep passionate experiences, but also deep emotional support is what I see for you and what you should expect, okay? This is a coming together of beautiful energy. So whether it be a partnership that is growing or you meeting, like beginning the chapter that leads you towards meeting a person, a community, a family, something. There's strong love and support here for you, okay, pile number 1? So I'm proud of you for getting all of this done, because your energy seems very, very happy. It's very fruitful, okay? But yeah, that's what I got for you, pile number 1. Pile 1, I accidentally, probably because you were having such a good reading, I forgot to pull you some animal cards to close you off like I always do. But I will do that now. Pile number 1, what do the animals want to say to pile number 1? What do the animals want to say to pile number 1? Okay. So the ones that showed themselves, bat spirit, a rebirth is assured. Frog spirit, clear out the clutter. Obviously, only take these messages if they resonate. We have dove spirit, be peace. Turkey spirit, give with gratitude and grace. Eagle spirit, spirit has your back. That's what I got for you, loves. Hi, pile number 2. So if you chose this card, let me read it out loud again. In every moment, the universe is conspiring to bring me towards right-minded thinking and the energy of love. Now, I had to reread that because I had to light a little Palo Santo, because I can feel the discomfort in your energy, okay? And what I'm strongly getting is that the main discomfort is your mind, your thoughts, which is right here in the main descriptor of this reading, okay? Your thoughts are your own worst enemy, and you are consistently, almost daily, I would say daily, fighting a battle within yourself, okay? To believe is really all it is to believe, is what I'm strongly getting, okay? So only take that if it resonates. That was just an impression I picked up on when tapping into pile 2. So let's go ahead and get further specifications about any discomfort or changes or anything that you may be experiencing. What is going on with you currently in your energy? Pile number 2. Is the threshold that pile 2 is currently experiencing? Please describe it to me. Oop. Things from your past wanting to be buried. I don't know how to pronounce that correctly, but regardless, that's what I'm getting. That's random though, so only take that if it resonates. Things from your past that are beginning to resurface. And this could be actual people, places, things that are coming back into your life, or it could just be old feelings, old self-concepts, an old version of you that keeps on trying to peek its head through, okay? Anyways, you have the card of 7th chakra, 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel. I also, when I first looked at the phone, saw 222. So the universe sending you some loving energy. Oh, speaking of which, we have 22. That's an added confirmation. Come on. With the yin yang. We have bring love into the situation. The answers you need are coming. Nothing will come of this situation. That's the worrying. That's the dread. That's the fear, the anxiety. That's energy that blocks. It's productive for nothing. Absolutely nothing. Okay? So this being a strong message right here. Any worry that you are experiencing, any fear, any then negativity that you begin to feed, stop feeding it. Do not feed the alligators, okay? Only feed the love. The loving thoughts. Nourish those. Okay? We have the Phoenix rising. Yes. Thank you. We have the card 4 of sexuality. And then we have card 6 of cycles. This card rarely ever comes out, just so you know. This is big. Cycles that you're finally getting through. Feels like you may have attempted some of these cycles to be able to release residual thick energy that feels like it's attached to you. It's giving like you gotta do spins. Sorry, that sounded bad. That you have had to rinse and repeat when it comes to certain things that you're trying to remove from your energy. So this could be cleanses, this could be any type of healing, this could be like journaling, whatever it is that you do to try to like leave things outside of you. It's been trial and error, but I feel the only thing that may be holding you back from being right in front of that threshold to big change in your life, pile number 2, is going to be what you feed in your mind, okay? The goal here is to get you right-minded, thinking about the energy of love. Now, for some of you, this is romantic love. And for some of you, the thought of love not only brings up beautiful feelings, but it also brings up a lot of triggers, a lot of fears, a lot of past experiences that are difficult to remove from the projection of the future, okay? It's residual, so for a lot of you, this is completely unintentional. But for some of you, you're kind of giving in to these old thoughts and like feeding them and like telling yourself, you know what, that's true. So we're going to do the opposite of that, okay? Because the power and the strength that you are showing despite the weakness that the fear brings in you is completely contrasted, okay? Like this energy of someone who was fully in their feminine sexuality of creation and inspiration and passion. That's the sexuality card. That's you, pile number 2, okay? Being able to finish and complete full cycles through the burning and then eventual resurrection of yourself, okay? I feel like you've done this. Remember I said rinse and repeat? I feel like you've created so many versions of yourself that you yourself have been thrown into the fire. Sorry, I don't mean to laugh. I just feel like you're so dedicated to this that it's almost like comical where you're just like alchemically creating a version of yourself and you're just like, no, wrong, throws it in the fire. Like you've had to rewrite your story multiple times, okay? Let's get some tarot just for added messages, added clarity in regards to pile number 2 and the discomfort that they may be experiencing and why it's here. Okay, so we have the Knight of Swords. That's your thoughts right there. Remember I said that you were battling your thoughts within yourself. There's a lot going on in there that needs just a little bit more grounding. We have the Two of Pentacles, the going back and forth. Then we have, the yin yang. The guidance is to put yourself into a place of balance. Now, I do feel you're strongly trying to get yourself into a place of balance, but this just requires more, I don't want to say dedication or commitment because I feel like you are dedicated and committed. It just takes, what's the word? Discipline. just a little bit more discipline, okay? We have the Four of Pentacles, which is going to confirm the discipline for me. And the Seven of Pentacles with everything being timing. Okay, so there's a bit of frustration and maybe fear and the worry that comes with the sense of timing. Like, I've been doing all this. Where is the fruit, right? Where is the reward? Where is the change? I do not visibly see it. However, I strongly feel like you're right there at the cusp, babe. You're there. You're there. You may not feel like you're right in front of the door of change and different experience for you. However, you're absolutely there. The only thing that's needed is for this to be cleared out. The right-minded thinking will absolutely just fucking fling you into that energy, okay? Because everything else feels like it's lined up perfectly. It's just that wobble that keeps on coming from your own thoughts, where you doubt yourself, where you fear the past repeating, or where you fear losing all sense of yourself. Something like that, okay? So, what can you expect is the way I should word it. What can you expect moving forward? Now, this is assuming that you take the guidance. Well, no. Actually, that's not the intention. The intention is just to get you what can you expect moving forward from this point on. Just so you have a little heads up. Pile number 2, what can you expect moving forward in regards to this discomfort? What can you expect moving forward? Okay, that's 2. We have card 35, a tall tale. We have card 46, the uncharted sea. We have the energy of 33, magic, which also is a card that doesn't come out that often from those decks. We have card 30 with lightning. We have the water guardian, connect with your emotions. Your emotions are everything. I feel like your emotions are the driving wheel. The wheel. So every time you start to fill yourself with emotions of, so maybe I'm hearing like rejection, of lack of lowered self-worth, when you're feeling those emotions, then that's like this driving wheel turning in the opposite direction and driving you into oblivion. Then we have the medicine mother, honor your inner knowing. So lots of emotion here. This is about the false stories that you are telling yourself. So what can you expect? You can expect for the waters to remain quite a bit choppy, unfortunately, pile number 2, until you can stop telling yourself the negative things, the bad things, the unworthy, unbelieving, unfaithful things about yourself, about your life, about your worth. When you can truly, and it's not so much getting rid of those feelings, because I feel like that there's a part of you that feels like I need to like get rid of those feelings forever, and I don't ever want to deal with them or ever acknowledge them. Okay, that's the opposite of what you need to do. You're just giving too much power to them is the only thing, okay? So it's a subtle shift when you find yourself thinking the negative, the fear, the worry, the uncertainty, the lack, that discomfort that you feel in your gut. Acknowledge that it's there, but don't give it the power. Don't tell that story, hey, you're right, this is true. Why am I even trying? I should just give up right now. Because all those thoughts are absolutely true. Don't give it that power. You're handing it the steering wheel when you do that, okay? You can hold on to the steering wheel and be filled with all these thoughts and say, I hear you, I see you, but I don't resonate with you. I refuse to connect with that energy. I refuse to believe that that is true, okay? Anchoring yourself and holding on like this is uncomfortable. I can't see the end, but I'm still driving through this, okay? having that, I think, is going to shift everything for you. Because there's so much magic. It's going to shift like instant. With the lightning right here. All it's going to take is a shift of acknowledgement in yourself to be able to, and this is consistent, right? This is where I said discipline in the beginning. It's going to require discipline. But I do feel you have the ability to change things very, very quickly because there's so much energy of power here. All of these energies that are giving me like, dude, you have so much freaking power in you. And you're not giving yourself enough credit for how much you have. How much of it you have, okay? You're a very strong person. You're more than capable of doing this for yourself. However, it is just the shifting of that thought. Remember, don't give it the power. When they come up, don't tell it it's true. Do not tell it it's true. But that is what I got for you, pile. You know what? I just realized that I forgot to get pile number 1 some animal cards to close them off. I might do that right now after yours and then just clip it into the end of their reading somehow. Yeah, because y'all need animals. You need the animal messages. They always offer such kind love. All right, so pile number 2. What do the animals want to say to you? Pile 2. What do the animals want to say to pile 2? Oh, a puppy. You see, this is why we need the animals. The only one to show itself is this dog spirit. Be loyal to what you love, and that includes you. That includes you. Love yourself. All right? Let's see what the other animals want to say. We have the armadillo. Set healthy boundaries. We have the antelope. Life is speeding up. I'm telling you, like lightning. Like lightning. You're in the driver's seat, so keep that control, okay? Don't you forget that. All right, we have bobcat spirit. Life is a mystery. Do not limit yourself to feeling like it's too late. It's never going to happen, okay? Don't do that. Life is so mysterious, and from today to tomorrow, we can have a completely different set of circumstances to deal with. Koi fish spirit, there is always enough. Yes, yes, yes. If you see other people experiencing things that you wish that you could have for yourself, because they have it does not mean that you now no longer can have it, okay? And I know that seems very like silly to say out loud, but there are times when we compare ourselves to other people's lives and see other people achieving and gaining and growing and moving, and then we tend to see for ourselves like less opportunity. For some reason, our brain wants to tell us that because all of them experienced, and that means there's less of that for you out there. And that's not true. Okay, there's always enough. And the timing, babe, is just going to matter. It's up to you at the end of the day, okay? When you're able to really get a control and not allow those emotions to define you, that's when you'll really gain some traction in your direction, okay? Wherever it is that you want to head. But that's what I got for you, pile number 2. I hope these messages resonated. Until we vibe again. Hi, pile 3. If you chose this card about surrendering and embracing peace, then let's get some messages for you in regards to any discomfort that you may be experiencing. Ooh. So we had the 5th chakra flip itself, and it's immediately telling me that the discomfort you're feeling is about communicating. Feels like a lump in my throat, not being able to get something out, but wanting so much to express something. It almost feels like you're also like configuring, how do I express this without saying it? I think that's funny because I'm just like, no, you're going to have to say it. Pile number 3. Sorry, I was going to say 1. Okay, some last cards about pile number 3. What are they experiencing? One more. All right, so first we had the 5th chakra. Archangel Gabriel. We have Hold Your Vision with the fixed moon. Nothing is yet set in stone with the mutable moon. Okay, so things are left kind of up in the air here. A bit of discomfort and uncertainty. And it's not only uncertainty about the outcome, but it's uncertainty about your actions towards whatever this is. We have card 27, Help from Above. Card 50, Angel of Strength. I love that. Oh, we have card 5 with Sadness. And then conclusions are within reach. This feels like something very personal to you. It's giving like nighttime thoughts, candlelit conversations that you have with yourself. It's, yeah, one thought, and I'm getting late night pondering now. They all mean the same thing. It's all the same energy, but I'm getting that in different versions of something so delicate is what I can say, something that you keep to yourself. There's a sadness deep within all of this energy. I can't tell if it's like loneliness, or I can't tell if it's just this like subtle, it's soft, it's a soft sadness. It doesn't feel like I am distraught, I am in a state of disrepair. No, it feels like a very subtle sadness. So I can't tell if it's just like a soft loneliness, or if it's just like the energy of longing for something, the longing to experience something. I think it might be that. Let's go ahead and get some, because it also feels like things you've been praying for. You've been speaking with yourself and like with God, Gaia, the universe. To try to get clarity or answers on something that feels very significant to you, okay? Tell me about pile number 3. Their discomfort. Healing. A closure of something. Something ended. A cycle ending with the world. Then we have the 4 of Swords. Then we have the 10 of Wands. Yeah, there's been a definite ending of some sort, which may be what's causing the slight, subtle sadness. And then we have the Queen of Cups, so deep emotionality. Something that's really, really anchored into your subconscious feelings. But it feels like something's ended, and I don't necessarily feel like the typical endings, like I lost a job, or I ended a relationship, or whatever. I moved into a new place, and so that previous chapter is closed. It could be something as big as that, but it feels more like something within you that no longer applies, which then means that it is something closing, something that is like a former, not a former version of yourself, but a former perspective that you had on yourself that is like tearing away. At least that's what I'm getting. Let me get one more. Give me clarity on what this is all about. Give me clarity on what this energy is in reference to. Ooh, we have another 10 of Swords. There's a lot of energy of letting go here. I feel like you've pushed through, but it's almost not like the feeling of the other piles where it's just like they are actively trying to push through to get somewhere. For you, I feel like this is just the set of circumstances that life has handed you, and you've just simply kept it going. But it's been a long journey of pushing through some difficult things. With the Ten of Swords and the Ten of Wands, it just feels like it feels like you're still carrying it though. Because I want to say the burden is being lifted, but I feel like that's where you're headed. I feel like right now you're still in the process of carrying a lot. Look, now we have the Ten of Cups. Stop. 10, 10, 10. Absolutely. Absolutely. This is like, this is exactly what the reading is about, right? Being in the threshold of something completely different than where you're coming from. That is where you are. And these cards are absolutely, but it almost feels like this was unintentional. The universe shot you into this direction, but it sort of feels like you're unsure of where you're even at. But you're at the ending of something, and therefore the very beginning of something else, okay? Whew. Your reading is causing me a little bit of difficulty in being able to, but it may be just confusion that you're having within yourself about this particular place that you find yourself, okay? There may be some confusion there. Your answers are being answered. Your answers, your questions, your prayers is the better way of putting it. Your prayers, your pleas to the universe and your questions are being answered. Oh, there's a card from a different deck, and I always take that as there for a reason. The Tree of Life. Okay. Thought there's more in there too. This may just be an accident on my part, but I'll take them. We have the Earth Keeper, the Tree of Life. We have the beautiful uncaging. We have a powerful move. We have Spring, see your seeds grow. We have Great Teacher, learn from spiritual experiences. We have the Time Master. Beauty Way. I feel like where you find yourself, this is going to be really random, right? But I feel like you're being prepared to be a leader. Like the universe is, or it could be at a job too, actually. This may resonate with you if you feel like you've been put into a position where all of a sudden you are being expected to lead or given a promotion or like just shot into a completely different direction that you weren't quite even trying to get to. And so it may lead you to a little bit of like, what am I doing here? Do I even belong here? Do I have the qualifications to be here? Quite unsure if that's even where you want to be. However, I feel like there are puzzle pieces being moved around for you at this time. Now, I really have no clue what the hell that means. But I just feel like behind the scenes, there are things being worked out for you specifically, pile number 3, that's going to make things clear for you in the future. Now, if there's some confusion or like not having all of the, not being able to see, like have all the information and not be able to see so clearly what where the path that you're currently on is leading you, I think that's for a reason. I think that's on purpose. And I'm sort of getting that this is like on purpose so that there won't be any self-sabotage. But I really feel like you're being positioned to take some sort of leadership role. And this could be in community, this could be like in your family, this could be in your whatever. I don't know what this is, but I do see the energy in you to be a strong leader, to be a strong support system, a strong anchor. There's a big energy about you that feels very grounded. Like essentially whatever is happening in your current life is aligning to put you into a place to where you will be the support for others. You will be the guiding lantern of light. And in some cases this may be, having to do with things that you speak. Things that you speak and share that will then offer a guiding light to others who are following similar paths to you. That reading was all over the place. I apologize for it. Pile number 3. That one didn't give me any, it didn't, and it's always pile number 3, right? It makes me feel like I don't know what I'm doing. It's always all over the place and very vague. You're so mysterious, pile 3. All right, so animals. What do the animals want to say to you, pile 3? What do the animals want to say to pile number 3 before I close off this reading? Okay. Oh, one of them flipped itself in here. We'll take it. We have the Bee Spirit, card number 7. Sweet results await. The other one that flipped itself, card number 13. Cat Spirit, claim your independence. I feel like that's you. Like, you keep things to yourself a lot. You do things, you tend to dwell in things alone. But anyways, all right. We have another cat. Card 44 with Panther Spirit, reclaim your power. Cow Spirit, the miracles are endless. Chameleon Spirit, act as if. Otter Spirit, you are never alone. And Owl Spirit, you see clearly now. That's what I got for you, pile number 3. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Until we vibe again.